Good morning, everyone. Today we're back with Ginger doing through the season anything fall themed, and this is our large swap, so everybody gets 10. You make 10 and you get 10 back. And I had bought this die from Temu, and it's like a mega die. Did I bring out the picture? I thought I did. Okay, I do not see it. But here's part of what's in there. These here, and then these here. And so it's like, my sister was here. She helped me cut them out. I gotta tell you, after being so horribly sick yesterday, I just would not have been able to get this done. Oh, I see the picture. I see the picture. And we actually worked on it for 3 days. So she was die cutting, and I was inking them. So here's what they look like, the way that they had them in the photo. And so you got a lot of pieces. And I have to say that I bought this for the acorns, because I kept looking for acorns in different dies, and it's like they would have the pine cone, but I could never find an acorn. So I was pretty excited when I found that. And then I had all these awesome leaves and 2 sizes of acorns. And so these, I mean, they're roughly a little bigger than a dime with the stem on them. And then the other ones are probably, they're probably almost about as big as a quarter. So very beautiful pieces. So I'm going to set these aside, and I'm going to show you how to put them together, if I can find the correct pieces. I just realized when we started, I was inking everything, and then I would put them together. And then I realized, they might want to see how to put them together. So this particular one here, it has 3 pieces. So I'm just going to put it together. Here, I'll come in a little bit. Holler if I get out of screen. I really need that on here. I need one of those ones like people use that are speaking, that walk around. It's like, okay, I need you to catch up with me. Okay, and this one has the little holes on it. And the first one I did, I just automatically put the glue here, which caused me to have glue coming out those little holes there. Okay, so this way I'm holding on to the holes so I don't have glue there. So that's one piece. So it's putting together all these little pieces, and I have to say they're just adorable. Oh, I need this. Maybe I should have pulled out everything first. Okay. And I need that for that. I think that's all the pieces for that. And I'm trying to find the other piece of this. Get that. That goes with that. That goes with that. And let's see. I almost have everything. And I think I'm going to need this to pick up this. Oh, I have 2 of those. So I only need 1. Okay. So, okay, I'll go ahead and do this one. And so this one, it gets this little apron. I'm gonna try to remember to look in the screen. Oh, my pickup stick had hardly, well, all the stuff was dried up in it, so it's like, I'll pull that off and squeeze it out. I forgot to remember that when you pull that out, or squeeze it out by, turning it again, that you need to quit way before any comes out. Okay, I'm gonna check the screen, make sure I'm in it. Okay. Now this one, it has so many holes, so I'm gonna kind of grab a part that has them all over to the edge, and then I'm going to glue around, trying to miss the holes. Get more glue in the spaces where there's empty space, so that, or paper, and so that it gets enough glue on it to hold it down. And I have to tell you, just aren't they so cute? So cute. And then, oh, and one of my wonderful subscribers told me, and which I did not write down her name, so it's like I don't remember who she was. I'd have to go back and look. She told me that she was unable to print out her photos, so she actually saved them on Pinterest. And it's like, okay, that's awesome, because otherwise I would have, we guessed at how to put some of them together. But being able to go to Pinterest and find this by putting in Temu dye, acorns, or fall, I don't know, something, and it brought me to, I mean, this might have been the only one. At first I just put in fall leaves, and then you had too many. So this worked out perfect. Okay, I have an extra one of those too. Sometimes I ended up with extra. Okay, the big acorn, it actually needs something to fill in this little hole here. So I just took a piece of, it was like a parchment paper that I actually used to use for my business cards, and so I have quite a bit of it. And so anyway, I've been using that for some things because it worked really good for different things I've done. And actually I didn't know I had a bunch of it until I was going through a drawer one day. So I'm putting that here to fill that in. And so that's got the little, its own little highlight. This one has like a little dent. Oh, I forgot, I'm still working on this one. So I got that on there. And then the little one. And I use craft paper for this. Oh, and I've also inked everything ahead. And the colors I used were Rustic Wilderness. Let's see. Walnut Stain, Tea Dye, and Antique Linen. And that's what I use for everything. Okay, and this one here, I forgot I need my marker. So the top part, so they'd look more like acorns, and I brought one. I had a couple, or I have like 4 left from last year. So, it's like, I thought, okay, I'm gonna make like little X's, kind of like that one, because the acorns do look like they just kind of have like an X pattern through them. So, and then I just kind of dotted a little more on the top. And when this dries, it looks actually much better. Let's see if I can flip up to the camera. I mean, they're super cute, and I think they look very dimensional when you see, I've highlighted or kind of antiqued around each side or shaded. And so it makes them look very dimensional. I love them. I love acorns. I just think they're so cute. And my sister, she was actually supposed to take those home, but she didn't. Okay, so I'll have to go out and collect some and then mail them to her. But it's our secret. I know she collects acorn things. Like, I think she's got some little acorn knickknacks or little boxes and stuff. So I know she loves them. Okay, and then again, I don't want to get glue in that little hole, so I'm going to hold it there. Now, back in the 70s, acorns, mushrooms were a big decorative feature. I remember my mom had some like little mushrooms and owls they were in. But my mom kind of collected little things. So they would have been on the shelf and you wouldn't hardly been able to see them. Okay. So that's that one. So that's all the pieces that that I hadn't glued together. These ones here, my sister had put those together and she forgot to save any. I punched out some just little black pieces of paper, because whenever you go on a walk in the fall, there's always these little black seeds on the ground, and I always think that they look like peppercorns. So I thought I wanted to add some of those as well. So I'm gonna just put these aside, make sure I have one of everything, and then, or one of everything I'm using. I'm gonna use an extra one of these. And let's see, I think I have one of each of those. I'm actually going to use extra of these, is it a maple leaf from the Acorns? And I'm going to use extra of these, the little acorns. Okay, I've got, oh, maybe I'll use that like that. Okay, so I need 5 of those. And I think everything else I have on here. No, I don't. I didn't bring in any of the leaves. Okay, that. Only brought the 1 leaves. I forgot that I had those there. Or I forgot that they weren't in part of the stuff I was gluing. Okay, so my goal was to have a big cluster, a medium cluster, and a small cluster. And I wanted to make sure I had red in each, brown in each, a little yellow, except for this did not end up with any yellow. And this one ended up just almost a little hidden yellow. So that one, so you don't get too much yellow in this, I guess, really. And let's see, black, green. So every other color except for the yellow didn't make it into this. So, little black, did I say that? Yeah. So especially that red, because it's so noticeable. And so this is what I'm going to do first. So I need one of each of these, one of these, the big branch of whatever these little berries are. Now when they showed them in the picture, they showed them as red, but we like the idea of having the black, so that's what we did. Okay, so we got the 4 pieces, these 2 mushrooms, and the large acorn. Okay, so then I just really started out with this one here and then kind of worked a, you know, like a half a circle. And I actually stuck this one here first, but I didn't like the way that that looked when I was all done. So that's why this one ends up over here. And so these here, you know, depending on how much you ink them, they'll look a little bit different. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one. Well, actually I glue here. And then when you're all done, you might have to use some more glue. Let's see, I wanted this to almost curve into the leaf. And then this one here is gonna go underneath this one. And if I have too much glue, it's okay because things are gonna get up there anyway. So that's there. And I can put a little glue here. Now I haven't added glue there yet. And then I need my acorn. So I'm gonna put that there because that will start to hold everything together. And so right now I'm just kind of gluing on the one side because I can add more later. Okay, probably right about there. And then I'm gonna add this. After I laid it out, I would notice where I needed to glue pieces. And even though they're barely hanging on, by the time I'm done with all the little pieces, then they get more glue. Okay, now on this piece, you only see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 of these. So all this here will, yeah, all this here gets glue. And so I'm just gonna anticipate where to put this because I just want that laying over those pieces. And so you can lift up these and put some more glue because I mean every little piece is pretty delicate. Well, actually they hold together pretty well considering it's like this here is one of those handmade papers, but it looks so realistic that I had to use it. Okay, and then I can see that I only see 1, 2, 3 in the top, 1, 2, 3 in the top. So I know I can glue all this here. Need to pull it in a little bit more. Oh, and a little bit of that one is showing. So about there. Because I want it to look like you've walked up and the leaves just are piled there by this by the mushrooms and the acorns. So that's what I have in my mind. And then I went through and kind of added more glue where I knew it could take it. And sometimes like from the back, but now this looks pretty sturdy here. So there's the one cluster. And you know, it looks a little bit different from there. I actually could put a little bit more. I think I didn't glue here at all. So I can add that there. But you know, each one of them is just a little bit different. That's the beauty of handmade. Okay, so I've got those two made, or the one made to to look like the other. Okay, I'm gonna need this. this ginkgo leaf. That's what my sister kept calling it, so I know it's correct. And this little tiny mushroom and 2 of the acorns. Now, me and my sister, we both talked about this, how we loved it when we found 2 acorns that were connected together. That it was just like they were twins. We were calling them twins. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue those together right now since they end up together. Okay. And then I started out with, let's see, I think I actually started out with this leaf and the acorn. And again, you don't see this part of the leaf or this part up here. And I'm sorry if I keep getting my hands in the way. So I'm gonna put that there. Whoops, again, I'm going the wrong way. Because again, I want them to look like they're laying on the ground. Okay, and then this one, so I'm going front to back so that, you know, this one has to go in before anything else because it's a front piece. Oh, and you see I have 2 different kinds of acorns for this, and we just couldn't decide which one we liked the best. So this one is going to get this one today. Oh, maybe I should have the other one because I've got the acorn with the dark lid. I was going to say cap. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. I think I got the right. Okay, and this one will go next. So, you know, anything that you're arranging, if you have to pull it apart to redo it, try to, or, you know, I usually photograph it, and that way I know how it's supposed to go. Okay, now I am just putting glue on the stem and a little bit of the, so I've got a little bit of that and the stem. Oh, and guess what? I forgot a piece. This here is supposed to go in here. So I wonder if I can go ahead and just lay that here, because part of it's going to stick up here. Yep, that works. Because the one little berry will not be seen. Okay, so this is kind of curved into the ginkgo leaf, or the way the ginkgo leaf goes. Okay, so I think I actually have everything the way it goes. Okay, so that's the next one, and I will highlight them at the end. Okay, so now, oh, I have actually an extra acorn here. So I need 2 acorns, the red leaf, the oak leaf. Well, I think they're both oak leaves, or one's a maple leaf. I don't know. You know, I know what tomatoes and carrots and stuff are. Okay, so I've got this one here, and I'm going to, I want to make sure I am seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of the leaf. So this isn't going to matter because I'm going to cover that up. So I think actually I'm going to put the glue there. want this over there. See, I'm just not paying attention to myself. What I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, because I want this actually to overlap this one here. Okay. So now it gets us here. Thought I better look one more time. Okay, so that one goes there. And again, I'm making twin acorns. Part of it because I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Because I try to do odds. Especially if it looks like you're going to notice, because it is more pleasing to the eye. Okay, and then I'm just going to tip this. Okay, oh, the other thing is I never put in the little dots. Okay, so I have these little extra berries, and I always think that they look like little peppercorns when I see them laying on the ground. So I'm going to put in one on the smaller one. Just tucked in there a little bit. And then on the medium one, I'm going to use 2. I have one that tucks in a little, and then one out here. So this is, you know, just my thing. It wasn't in the kit to cut out more or whatever. I just like those there because it's like whenever you see the leaves, there's those little seeds, and I like to see those. And these are probably a lot bigger than what they would actually be, but I like them there. I'm just using, you know, what I have here, that the extras that I cut out from that. Okay, and I'm gonna put 3 over here. So I'm gonna put a bigger one here. No, it's kind of like enamel dots and finishing touches. Okay. It's flipped over wrong. Okay. Smaller one. So I've got 3 different sizes. Okay. And then I took, let me close up all my glue. I left one open the other day for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. So it was a little hard to open. Okay. So then I took and just highlighted where I'm thinking if these are laying on the ground, they're not going to get a whole lot of light. But now it's already got this light, this little highlighted place on the acorn. So I figured I'd put one there. Oh, I actually got 2 of those little things over here. And I'm going to highlight those too, but just like with little tiny dots. Because I don't think they're going to take up, absorb or reflect a lot of light. So it is fall, it gets a little more dreary, but these are early fall things, and so I'm thinking it will still get a little bit of light. So if things are kind of this way, I'm hitting them with the light on that side, and then if they come over to here, then I'm putting the light that way. And so, because you'll just get, and this one here, I think this leaf looks so aged that it will get very little light on it. So I really didn't put too much on that. And then on this again, I hit the acorn. On this one, I did not hit the bottom one with it because I figured you would not even see it. because it's on the ground. Okay, I got a little bit of this side, and again on this side, and then this, let's see, I will put a dot down here, maybe 2 on that bigger one, and then just a little bit here because it's almost under the leaf. A little bit bigger here. Oops, I moved, so I got extra. A little bit here. And then I hit this side because I figure it's gonna be a little bit shaded by that, and a little bit here. Okay. And I'm gonna hit that with a couple. Ah, my phone's blowing up. Okay, and I did not hit these here. There's actually marks on these where it would be shaded, I guess, because I just followed it just now, not even paying attention. Okay, now this one here, I'm thinking the leaf is kind of laid the way it's laying down, that maybe it would actually get its little reflective parts on this side. So I'm hitting this side here. You know, it's like, it's not gonna matter. I just think it brings more life to it. I really do like them with a little bit of highlight on. Now this has like that little X pattern, so I'm kind of doing the one side with a little bit of that same pattern. And then this one here, I'm just doing a little bit on one side. This one here, I'm thinking the way that the light would hit it, it might be over here. I mean, I wouldn't really know if, unless I was out there in nature and looking at it. Okay. And then I would try to follow it. So I'm just trying to get it like on the same side where the light would be hitting it. Depending on, you know, it's probably sitting underneath a tree, getting a lot of shade, that there's mushrooms sitting there. So that is it. Everybody will get a little cluster, a big, medium, and small. That's what Janet, she always says, you know, you need the big, little, small. Or she said like 50 cent, quarter, and a nickel or something like that. So, well, I think she said 75, 50, and 25 cents. So that's what I'm doing this time. And thank you for joining me. I will have close-ups at the end. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to show one more thing. So she would tell us that, you know, to do the different things. So I thought I would just actually lay one out here on a piece of paper. So I'm gonna scan back out. Okay, so I have my memory place vintage woodwork, and I'm just pulling out those, you know, the ones I keep using, my model pictures here, because I haven't put them away. They're just sitting out. Okay, so I was thinking, okay, if I had 3 pictures, now these are summer pictures, so this would not be one I would use. But like if you were going to put the title here by the big one, you could do that. Maybe have your little one over here and your medium one up here. Maybe that's where your title is. And I think that looks really great on this wood, because it looks weathered, like the seasons are changing on it too. Or I was thinking if you had 2 pictures, maybe you're gonna do this and you want your big one over here and your medium one here and a small. So I mean, that's a nice composition too. So I just wanted to show that. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, everybody who is putting together embellishments, scraps to embellishments, will be listed down below. There's one link that takes you right over to all the people that are making videos. And then there's also links that for people that are just posting their pictures on Instagram. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.